Alright, I haven't played in a while, so those that's tuning in, welcome to another outtake of World of Warships. Right now I got the USS North Carolina. It's been a while since I used her. Right now I'm in port over in Hawaii. In fact, it's kind of hard to see, but this is Diamond Head in the background. So we're at the entrance of Pearl Harbor. So, all right, let's go ahead and kind of get some action going. Yep. Let's see. Okay, not a bad lineup. We'll see how they'll muster once we start the battle.
Action stations.
So let's see. We got 4 battleships, 3 cruisers, 2 destroyers. Just trying to get some ideas of where I'm gonna go. Unfortunately, the North Carolina is a little bit too slow for my liking, but that's because she was one of the first 3rd generation battleships created not too long after Pearl Harbor. So her speed wasn't as ideal, but thanks to her design and specifications, her speed was added to the following classes like the South Dakota and the Iowa class. So at least they kept that in mind. So let's see, looks like everybody's heading towards Point C.
Enemy force detected.
Alright, perfect. So we'll do this.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Alright. Let's get going. Let's have a look.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Too far. Let's see. What we have here.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser detected.
Yeah, NBC. Okay, my bad.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Let's see, just try this. JJ, good to see you. And AO, I'm definitely going to answer your question once I'm through with this battle. Too far away. Got an enemy North Carolina.
Our team has taken the lead.
So they're right behind this mountain. Okay, we're gonna have to go a little
Autopilot
closer.
mode disabled.
Somebody's coming. Want to get a full broadside. He's going the other way. Alright, so we can tell. It's going to be a little difficult. I gotta wait till my back gun comes back. So I can totally fire my guns. Alright, brace for impact.
Our team has taken the lead.
Closer. There we go. could be better. Okay, let me check some of the questions that came in. Hey, you said, is 26 too old to go back to school for IT? I'm considering it. Not at all. Um, to me, a person never stops learning. So no matter how old you are, definitely I would say continue to pursue it. I will say just kind of be careful just to make sure you have the right finances before you attend school. I would definitely try to go the communication route, not communication, community college route just to start off. It's much cheaper and you still kind of get the college feel a little bit before you try to transition to a university. Plus, a lot of your certifications you can get online, so you don't even have to go to school for IT. Even though a bachelor's degree will still look good going forward, but if you can get that combination of a bachelor's and an IT certification, you'll be fine. So, JJ said he's about to go play GTO. Jin Sakai time. Hey, not bad. And then my good friend, Mr. Logic Finest, he says the North Carolina class battleships immediately predate the four Iowa class battleships, smaller guns, slower speed, but much heavier and thicker armor, especially the main belt just above the sea line. Yep, I was just saying how in this game I don't really like the speed of the North Carolina. That's why I don't really play it too often. But the cool thing about it is it's considered a third generation dreadnought U.S. dreadnought battleship, and so its design was later incorporated into the South Dakota class battleships and then the Iowa class. So the cool thing with the South Dakota and the Iowa classes battleships, they focus a little bit more on speed too, but you could say the South Dakota had a little bit more sleekness to it. It was still a little bit slower. It was actually faster than North Carolina, but still slower than the Iowa class. So it was kind of like stuck in the middle. Whereas the Iowas, they just outclassed both of those battleship types. So, but yeah, you're absolutely right about the North Carolinas. Good to see you, King Sigma. What system is this game on? This is PC. You can download it for free off of World of Warships, World of Aircraft, and World of Tanks. They're pretty much by the same company online. You can definitely download and play it. It's actually one of my favorite games, being a World War II enthusiast and all, so I definitely enjoy it. It just says they could last longer in a fight, do more damage than the Iowa class, but the Iowa class fast to have farther range on the guns. That's true too, and in fact, and we'll actually talk about this particular battle later on in the War Room series, where the USS Washington was up against the Japanese battleship Kirishima at the Battle of Guadalcanal. And even though the Kirishima landed some hits on the USS Washington, the problem was the Kirishima had 14-inch guns, whereas in fact, we can kind of show a little bit here. Let me show the armament layout for the North Carolina class. All right, so the way the colors are designed, the lighter hue colors are the least armored, and then your more darker red are the more thicker armaments. So let's look at the darker reds. Get rid of these real quick. Here we go. All right. So the thickest armament for the North Carolina class battleships are actually around their guns and the powder houses that house the armaments and powder room. So these armaments will range up to 15 inches to 16 inches of reinforced steel. So for the North Carolina, because it carries 16-inch guns, and same thing with the USS Washington, they were able to dish out and also be able to take hits from battleships who also had 16-inch guns. And then put this up real quick. So it's hard to see, but another thick part of the armored belt, which is kind of a little bit below the waterline at this part. This is also one of the thickest armaments for the North Carolina class. And so their armament here range at about another 15 to 16 inches. And so the problem at the Battle of Guadalcanal for the Kirishima, her 14-inch guns just could not penetrate the Washington's 16-inch belt, whereas the Kirishima only had like 13 to 14 inches of armor steel belt, and the Washington had obviously the 16-inch guns. So do the math, the Kirishima just didn't stand a chance. And like I said, later on in the series in the War Room, we're definitely going to talk more about those particular battles. But as for the layout for the Washington class, that's pretty much how they were designed. And then we can even take a look at some of her guns up close. King Saper says, do you need a special controller on your PC or a regular mouse pad? You can use a regular mouse pad. Some people do get a PC controller if they want to be more artistic or, you know, a little bit more of a gamer feel, but it's not required. You could definitely use a keyboard and mouse pad. Algebra says the Montana class battleships were to have the stronger firepower of the Iowa class, but keep the heavier armor of the North Carolina class, slow but more firepower. The war ended and the USS Montana was scrapped. Yeah, and in fact, what I'll do is this, because I like to show the difference between the Iowa and the Montana class. So let's go to a naval dock. Okay, so this is what Logic was talking about. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but in this particular area, this is where the armor belt will be housed. So as you can see, it's a little bit of bulge underneath the waterline. That's because the U.S. battleships before the Iowa, their belts were kind of going in an outward direction. It's kind of hard to show, but the armor belt, the American design, would be like this. Now let me show you how the Iowa class was redefined. Alright, so this is an Iowa class battleship. Now check this out. Here's the waterline, and you notice the armor belt is not sticking out. That's because the Iowa class battleships became the first U.S. battleships to where they have what's called an inclined armor belt. So the armor belt is actually more internal within the battleship than it is outside of it. So that's what made the Iowa class unique in and of itself with their armor design, is it kind of gave it a more sleeker view and more faster movement within the waters. But like Logic says, and I'll go to the Montana, so you can see as well. So this is the Montana. Looks just like an Iowa, but it was going to be much slower. And as you can see, it doesn't have the inclined armor belt. Hold on a second. It's a little bit too noisy in the harbor. There we go. Much better. So yeah, as you can see, the Montana class looks similar to the Iowa, but their armor belt also was a bulge like the North Carolina. And pretty much all of the first generation and second generation battleships, they all had an outer armor belt with the bulge underneath. Give you a perfect example. Now this is the USS California. It's a second generation dreadnought battleship, but as you can see, their belt was a little bit built inside, but you can still see the bulge here. And actually, it's hard to see from this angle, but the bulge will kind of be going at this angle. So they actually try to incorporate the bulge a little bit more with the belt. But yeah. And then let me see if I can find a first generation battleship. Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is a second generation battleship, the USS Arizona. And yeah, you can see the bulge of the battleships of that time, how it's sticking out with the belt and whatnot. Their belt was definitely a lot more outer angled. And yeah, just like Logic says, the angled armor belt had a second internal belt with a space to help dissipate impact from shells and mitigate penetration. Yep, that is correct. Alright, so that's some little history on the American battleships. So let's go ahead and take one of these for a spin. So this is the USS Alabama. It is part of the South Dakota class battleships that came right after the North Carolina. Theirs was a little bit starting to be inclined, but you can still see the bulge a little bit that's coming out. But the good thing about it is they were much faster than the North Carolina. So let's go ahead and take it for a spin so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Logic said you prefer German battleships. Well, yes, sir. We will be running a few of those German battleships right after this battle. Okay, let's see. We got Enterprise, Tirpitz, and Odin and Roma. So one U.S. battleship, one U.S. carrier, and then 2 German battleships and 1 French battleship. All right.
General quarters.
Yeah, Logic. And also, I'm trying to level up a bit to get one of the Yamato class battleships so I can get that on a test run. I have a few Japanese battleships in my lineup, but they're a little bit, actually no, 2 of them is actually pretty fast, but their guns is not that good for accuracy. And later on I can show why. Alright, so let's see what's going on. So here's our carrier up top. Our 2 battleships is heading towards Section D. I have another battleship heading towards Section A. And then we have some destroyers and all that's coming in this direction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to back up our lone battleship because it looks like the enemy's trying to come in that direction. So, there it is.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Alright. Salute Evan Duncan. Hope you're having a good evening. Give you a little view of the Alabama while it's picking up speed. Not bad. Not bad. Right now she's already clocking at 26 knots. She'll soon top off at around 27. Alright. So we got an enemy battleship in range. Here we go. Looking good, looking good. Ah, overshot. Ricocheted. Let's see. He's about to turn.
Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy battleship detected.
Right. Battleships like to. This one is pretty mobile. So. Alright, looks like it's just me. Fire broadside. And beautiful. Disappear under the fog. He's not a threat. He's a threat.
The ship is on fire! Waypoint reached. Problem solved, sir! The ship is on fire!
Sit the Alabama, sleeping with the fishes. Dean Access salute. First time checking out the Warships live stream. Looks gnarly. Yeah, it's a fun game. Definitely a fun game. Alright, so we gotta make up for that loss. Let's do this. Now, this is the battleship Mutsu. Is actually part of the Nagato class battleships. These were some pretty fast battleships before the Yamato and her sister ship Musashi came along. And at the time, these were considered the best battleships that the Japanese have ever produced. And in fact, an interesting tidbit, the Mutsu actually had an accident to where one of her turrets had exploded, and so she was rendered decommissioned. But one of her turrets was actually saved for field bombardment or field artillery, excuse me. And to this day, her turret is still in Japan that people can go and have a look at it. So that's the Mutsu, and we're gonna go ahead and take her for a spin. So let's see, 3 battleships, Mutsu, Koning, Arperona, Haruda. So looks like 2 Japanese battleships and 1 German battleship. So not bad, not bad.
Battle starts.
Alright. This time I'm gonna let the cruisers and destroyers go beforehand. See what's developing. Okay, the enemy should be showing up. Obviously, they're going to show up at their territory, but I want to see where they're going to show up on ours. Yep, there they are. So let's do. Now, the long range on these Japanese battleships is ridiculous. And we definitely go this way. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to hit first. We'll go with this one. again. Not bad. That's the problem with the Japanese battleships. The
Our
accuracy,
team has taken the lead.
the accuracy is not that good until you get to like the Yamato.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
All right.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Let's see.
Our victory is in sight.
That's not gonna work.
Autopilot mode disabled.
The ship is on fire! Problem solved, sir.
Alrighty. So that's Japanese. Now, there's a battleship I've yet to use. I'm going to give it a test run. The German Palmer. Or Palmer, excuse me. This is one I bought on last year, and I've yet to test it out. This comes equipped with 4 turrets. Each turret has 3 15-inch guns. So I'm really going to see how this one tests out. Definitely like the design. Reminds me of a bigger version of the Scharnhorst. So, all right, let's take her to sea. So let's see, we have the Pommern, the Hizen, the Amagi, and the Nilsson. So this is a German battleship, Japanese battleship, Japanese, and British. Alright. Not bad, not bad.
Action stations.
Just waiting to see what everybody else is going to do, and then we'll make our plans from there. Yeah, Logic, I really don't use the heavy cruisers and the light cruisers as much. Um, I'm pretty much mainly like a battleship enthusiast, and then the aircraft carriers, even though I only have one, they will probably come in close second. So I may expand a little bit, maybe try out a few heavy cruisers again and whatnot, but for me in this game, it's mainly battleships and aircraft carriers. And in fact, one of the premium shops, they actually have for sale the Kaga. So I think I might just go ahead, pony up and get a Kaga. So at least have two carriers in my slot. Okay, so let's see. We got one group heading to Group A, one group heading to Group B, and then another group is kind of scouting Group C. So I'm gonna go to Group A.
Autopilot mode enabled.
All right, Miss Pommern. Let's see how you do. Our range is pretty good. So let's see. Here we go.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, looks like I got hit somewhere.
Waypoint reached.
Bad, not bad. Dude, this dude was...
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Okay.
Our team has taken the lead.
Let's do this. Let's go back here.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Yeah, Logic, I heard the submarines are pretty good too. We have to see how to get one of those. Ah, the Nilsson. Perfect. Nilsson, get you in range of my guns. Alrighty.
Autopilot mode disabled.
For a German battleship, this one actually turns really good. Ah. Hey, defeat him. Not bad. Not bad at all. For a notification. So yeah, Palmer definitely wasn't bad. I like that she was very fast. I was able to maneuver a lot. So she's pretty decent. Very decent. Let's see. Found him clutch. He's still watching a live stream that MBD made this evening. He made another one. I know he made one this morning, but I didn't think he was making one this hour tonight. I have to check and see. Logic says, when I play, I use cruisers mostly. Battleships every now and again. I want to try the submarines. Yeah, definitely. Phantom, I'm drawing to become an inspiring illustrator for freelancing. I plan on getting myself into a welding class, hopefully around the summer. Hey, keep it up. Check out Notzer's Gaming. In my opinion, he's the best as far as World of Warship channels. Wargaming uses him as a beta tester since his channel and content is excellent. Okay, yeah, I'll check him out. Alright, so I'm going to use my only carrier tonight, and then we'll round things off with the Montana. So, yep, we have the USS Enterprise, one of the most illustrated ships of World War II. Can't wait to talk about her at the Battle of Midway. Logic says he's also a beta tester for a few other war games, but you will appreciate his content based on World of Warships. He has access to their test server, so he helped with the submarine development. Yeah, I actually have another account myself on the test server. I don't use it too often, but yeah, I'll have to check him out. Alright, so let's take the big E out. Like I said, we'll use the Enterprise, and then we'll finish up this session with one of the bigger battleships I have, the Montana. Then we'll call it a night. So let's see. Ah, this should be fun. We have the Shanhar sister ship, the Gisanao. The Nisanao, excuse me. Nisanao. Let's see. Yep, pretty much the same. So. Alright.
Battle starts.
I'll go ahead and get going. I usually start off with the Hellcats first. Try to take out some of the cruisers and destroyers first to kind of help out everybody else. Oh, man. Let's veer this way. Ships, so let's send out the bombers. Gadisana. Okay, good to know, sir. Thank you for the correction.
Taking the lead.
Okay. Let me start moving. Cause we got some enemy vessels coming, so
Autopilot mode enabled.
there we go. All right. Okay.
Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire.
Waypoint reached.
You've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Okay.
The ship is on fire.
Our team has taken the lead.
Right.
ship is on fire! Fire destroyed.
That was chaotic, but not bad. All right. Okay, so let's see. Ganisa now. Ganisa now. Okay. Keep that in mind. Definitely when we start talking about some of the missions that the Kriegsmarines have done. Definitely want to keep those names pronounced correctly. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take this baby out for a spin. This will be the last battle for tonight. Ooh, okay. Oh, they're gonna make this difficult. Alright. Okay, this one I am definitely gonna be waiting until I see what the enemy's gonna be doing.
General quarters.
Especially since the Montana is a bit slower. I mean, it's still faster than North Carolina, but still a bit slower. It's best to just wait to see what the enemy's going to do and then make my move. Let's see. Alright, so let's see. Group A's. Seems like the enemy is either going to go to Group A or Group B. Alright, so there's strength in numbers, so I'm going to go towards Group A.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Exactly, overkill. Alright. Big boys, that's who we want.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Makes it difficult. We got enemy fire coming. Let's see. Yeah, not bad.
Enemy battleship detected.
That one we definitely need to take out.
Our team has taken the lead.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Our victory is in sight.
Point reached.
That was a one-shot kill. So let's head back. The only problem with the Montana class, because it's so big, it is tough for it to turn. It takes it a long time to turn, which that's to be expected, being a big ship. Same thing with the Yamato class, because they were so big, having those ships try to turn definitely was a hassle. Oh, this is one of those slower battleships. Love it. Love it. Alright, here we go.
Enemy aircraft carrier detected.
Let's see what we got. Evening Ace. What's up, Eisen? Good to see you fellas. Eisen, Ace, good to see y'all. Alright. So, and I still got a little bit of time. So, let's see. If you would like for me to play one more round with the Montana, press 1 in the chat. And if not, after a few minutes, no reply, we'll go ahead and call it a night. Okay, I definitely do see some ones. Eisen, you said, is this game on stream? No, it's not on Twitch or some of those gaming streams. But it is a PC game. This is a game you can find when it comes to World of Warships, World of Aircraft, and World of Tanks. So they're both, all three are created by the same company that designed these games. I would say when it comes down to some of the best World War II gamings that has the feel of the battles and whatnot, the World of Warships, World of Aircraft, World of Tanks, they're pretty top notch. Especially for PC games, because most World War II gamers are kind of, based on game consoles like Xbox, PS5, and those. But the World of Tanks, Aircraft, and Warships types, they're all designed to be PC games. So, yeah. Oh, get them on Steam? Yeah, you can get them on Steam. That you can. Alright, so since I have 3 ones that would like for me to take another spin on the Montana, that we're going to do. And I just got notified that Pablo Frescobar is doing a stream, so I might pay him a visit right after this game. But I definitely wanted to get this out tonight. Ooh, Logic, you're gonna like this. They have the Groff Zeppelin. Alright. So this should be fun. It should be fun. Okay. So this is the battlefield.
Action stations.
Alright, so let's see. Actually, it's good that we have an aircraft carrier in this game, this particular battle, so that way I can see what the enemy is going to be going beforehand with the aircrafts taken out. So far, looks like majority is going to A, and they might turn towards B. Alright, so perfect. And I think they're going to try to maybe come out to C. Yeah, looks like they're heading towards C. So what I'm going to do, since the other battleships are going west, I think I'll go in that direction too. Let's do this.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Nice, Isaac. Yeah, Steam is pretty good in some of the deals that they have, so I'm pretty sure you could find this game on there as well. But yeah, that's definitely a good investment. Alright, so let's see where the trouble is coming.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Alright. Close you are.
Enemy battleship detected.
What kind of battleship? take him out.
Enemy aircraft carrier detected.
So he's closer, but he's about to be taken out. No hits. All right. Not a problem.
Our team has taken the lead.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Yep. Now, I need to get there faster. I wish I can go a little bit faster, but we'll do this. Alright. So, let's do this. Let's get our scouter plane out. See if we can find this kid.
Spotter airborne.
Ah, there it is. And right within range. See if we can. Right.
Our victory is in sight.
Spotter returning to ship.
Outside of my range. So just outside of my range. Okay, all right. So that is that. Um, yeah, probably next time. The only knock I have for World of Warships, they don't have too many missions, like historical missions that I could utilize and kind of play around. So any type of like different battles or historical battles, you kind of have to develop them on your own as far as like training and whatnot, which is no problem. But it takes the fun out of, hey, let's play this mission and whatnot. So that's really my only knack against World of Warships. But other than that, pretty good game. So I will definitely try to stream some of these a little bit more. And then Logic, thank you for telling me about Noters. Let me look back. Notzers. Okay. So yeah, I will definitely check out his gaming channel, see how he does his World of Warships. But with that being stated, thank you guys for tuning in on another World of Warships outtake. There will definitely be more coming down the pipe. Till next time.